Moving on now, let's talk about some Al Horford trade rumors. There was a report that came out yesterday, as of the recording of this video, through Bleacher Report. It says, barring a deep postseason run, offseason changes may be coming for Philadelphia, and Jeff Zilgett of USA Today reported that big man Al Horford could be on his way out. Quote, though the Sixers did not try to move Horford at the trade deadline, that might be a possibility in the offseason. If they can send that contract to another team and get shooting in return, a person with knowledge of the situation told USA Today Sports. And my first reaction to this is, of course they would look to trade Al Horford. I think it has to be considered at this point, given his age, given his expense. He's clearly lost a step. Is he a negative asset at this point? Like, is he a guy that you have to start attaching another asset just to get another team to take the money that he's going to be paid over the next couple of seasons? Like, he's not a bum. He's still a useful player, but is he so expensive that he's now become a negative asset? I think that question has to be asked. And I'm not surprised at all about this. Obviously, this would have to happen this offseason, and we always hear this kind of stuff about Philadelphia at this point in the season. If they don't make a postseason run or make a deep postseason run, ... In the past, it's been, if they don't make a deep postseason run, Brett Brown could get fired. And now if they don't make a deep postseason run, big changes could be coming, and the first step would be potentially trading Al Horford. But my question is, who's trading for this guy if they're not getting some kind of significant asset in addition? Like, I don't think this is a situation where they're going to have Al Horford's big contract and be like, hey, you guys need a 5. You want Al Horford back? Send us 2 shooters and we'll be good. Like, I don't think that's how this is going to work at all. And they're absolutely right in the fact that they do need shooting, but I don't think that he's some big trade piece that's going to be able to make that happen for them. And overall, this is frustrating from a front office standpoint in Philadelphia because they've screwed up like the last 6 or 7 different moves that they've tried to make. You could argue for the Jimmy Butler move, whether it's trading for him initially or trading him for Josh Richardson later on. Like, you can definitely make a positive argument for that. But they built this model of suck for a couple of years, get a couple of really, really good young players, sign other free agents while those good young players are still on the rookie deals, then re-sign them to rookie extensions, and you're good. Then you compete, right? Like, they established this model and it made complete sense. And it took advantage of the rookie scale contracts in the NBA, and it took advantage of being able to have max salary cap space while also still having a couple of max players in Simmons and Embiid on the roster because of the rookie scale stuff, right? The problem is they were never able to get big time free agents. They had 2 full summers of max cap space and were never able to bring in another really big piece that Al Horford was supposed to be, or a couple of guys that can help you in a rotation that make between $10 to $14 million a year. They had opportunities to do that, and they just never pulled it off, and then their decision was to bring in Al Horford, which was just a really strange thing considering they already had Embiid. And I get that he was supposed to be the Embiid insurance, right? Like, the whole point of Al Horford was to say, okay, Embiid doesn't have to play as much because Horford will be there, will still be good, and then he'll kind of be like our starting 4 backup 5, right? Well, now he's been relegated to the bench when they're fully healthy, and it seems to me like we're quickly approaching a scenario in which Al Horford is absolutely a negative asset for the Philadelphia 76ers, which is kind of crazy that we've gotten to that point. So I absolutely believe that this rumor is true. It sounds completely like something that happens in Philadelphia seemingly every single year with the threatening, if they don't make a postseason run, ... And I wouldn't be surprised for a move to be made this offseason, but I question the value Philadelphia would get in return and how they would make this work without attaching another asset along with Al Horford just to get rid of his money at this point.